Today's the day. We are filling up the hole. So I think we're finally far enough along to put the drivetrain in. It's a pretty big milestone. I'm pretty dang excited about it. Thank you everyone that has watched part 4 of the Mustang build. You guys have been great leaving comments, likes on the video. The benchmark of 50 likes and 25 comments before I'd upload part 5, we hit that in about 12 hours. So when I woke up this morning, I got straight away to work editing on today's video. So also the Willwood Swag giveaway goes to Danny Rojas and Mikey Hunts. So you guys get the swag, shoot me an email at chad@autocrossandtrack and with your size and address, and I'll get that stuff sent out to you. Let's get on to today's video. Thank you guys for watching. But staring at this engine bay, I remembered, oh yeah, these down bars I left protruding in. I got to decide what I'm gonna do with those. So after thinking about it, asking other people what they think, we're just gonna trim them off. So I'm gonna leave a little bit out of the firewall in case we want to sleeve it and reuse that. Ideally, we would take the down bar and tie it into the upper shock mount here, probably notch this plate and literally go straight onto there. That's something for another day whenever I get the cage work done on this car. So in the meantime, we just got a clearance set. I'm gonna get the Sawzall out. We're gonna cut that. And then it's time to assemble the engine and tranny. I think I'm gonna try and drop those in one piece. And yeah, that's today's objective. Engine bay is now pretty much ready to drop the motor in. I'm not going to forget that engine block plate this time, so it's time to get that engine off the stand, get the hoist out, put the block plate on, clutch, mount the tranny to it, all that good stuff. All right, I had to rush out of here yesterday, but need a moment to at least capture on camera the biggest milestone of this build on this Mustang. Yesterday, we put the engine in and transmission. It all pretty much fit right where we expected. Just take a moment and take it in. It's almost a real car again. So freaking pumped and excited to make it this far. Today starts a lot of the little stuff. All the big stuff is pretty much done, but all the wiring for to the engine compartment got removed, Got to put that all back in. You know, all the stuff that comes with putting the motor in, the radiator and accessories and running lines and putting the drive shaft in. A whole bunch of stuff in the interior you got to put back together. You know, shifter, seat, some other stuff, all the plumbing inside the car too. So I'm not gonna spend a lot of time talking about it. Let's get it done. Right here, Ed and I are figuring out that my modified drive shaft safety loop doesn't work and is gonna need to be modified further. Status update on the drive shaft loop. We are in full effect of widening it. I'm working on the diff breather setup. We're getting the Ford tool out. Let's get the bigger one. Because steering shaft is a little bit different angle. These headers were already clearance for the old rack. We need to clearance them some more. Really hoping to run a set of TCI long tubes on here, but our friend the steering shaft had other ideas. Sometimes better be lucky than good. A miracle. That fits. Look at that. Like a glove. Whew. We are cleaning off the bench that we have been hogging up for the last 8 months or however long this is. All this metal we cut out, throwing in the scrap pile. Taking some of the tubing home to maybe practice welds with later. That rack is still good. Sell it to somebody else who wants to make their Mustang have a rack and pinion steering, but we already took the tranny off the bench, the starter, other random miscellaneous things. So yeah, this thing is coming together. Let's see how much all the metal I cut off the car weighs. So I'm gonna weigh everything on this cart, throw it away, come right back and weigh the cart. All right, the cart and everything's 118 pounds. That's more than I thought. I think that stuff is less than 20 pounds. That's my bet, less than 20. How is that possible?
Is something not zeroed?
Holy shit. All right, it was 118 pounds before and 48 now.
Wow.
So that would be, yeah, 70 pounds. All right, I suck at the guess the weight game. This is why guys don't guess women's weight. All right, welcome back to the longest Mustang build ever. But we made some more progress yesterday. The new and improved drive shaft safety loop should be almost totally dry, at least dry enough to put the drive shaft in. So finally, the 10-minute job I started yesterday, we're gonna do right now. And then just keep putting accessories in the engine. Ed's looking at what we're gonna need to do to change the bottom radiator mount, since it used to use the lower strut rod support brackets. And I put the carb on yesterday. We got to plumb the oil lines. Put the headers in yesterday. So what is it? Oil lines, power steering lines. Put oil in it, and it might be ready to actually run again. Yep, this is a lot easier than the Camaro drive shaft. Well, I got no exhaust in the way yet, but that's nice. Like a glove. All right, drive shaft is in. finally get to use my expensive, like $80 pair of XRP pliers again, because I'm replacing a few lengths of the oil cooler line and whatnot. There was two pieces that just didn't look good. I think one of them was weeping oil on the car before, so yeah, let's see how this goes. It's been a while since I've done this, so you guys get to see first effort here. Got to put the fitting on, or the clamp on before the fitting. All right, time to double check fitment on the car. Look at that, engine bay coming together. So freaking exciting. All right, what am I doing? Oh yeah, let's see. This piece goes right here on there. So that is the alignment, and this basically just to go there. Tech tip for you guys. First of all, there's a cool video of a guy using a soldering iron to do this, to cut off these socket based fittings. I don't have a soldering iron, so if you are going to use a razor blade, stay in one spot. Don't twist the fitting. If you twist the fitting and then stick your razor blade back in, that's more places on the fitting that you can damage the barb. So I just leave it in one place, go back over gently. I'm not sliding, I'm just pushing. And then when you think you're close, flat blade screwdriver, stick it in, twist it open, pop the fitting out. So this way it's not actually all beat up. You can see a little bit of scoring, but a lot better than some of the other ways I've seen. Again, razor blade, the non-ideal way, but the way I have available to me today, if I want to get this Mustang running this year. Sometimes you just got to make do with what you got, even if it means a terrible cut like I just did. So what you get with these fancy dancy calipers are they're calibrated. See, it's intentionally not supposed to shut all the way, so that keeps you from over clamping the clamp and damaging the hose. This way it doesn't fail prematurely. All right, new hose. We are getting close, boys and girls. We are getting close. Got almost all of the oil system put back together. AN fittings everywhere. It said zip ties are Efren's favorite tool, but aren't they everybody's favorite tool? I mean, it's a zip tie. Who doesn't love zip ties? I feel like Something's not right if you don't love zip ties. So with that, we'll just zip tie all this stuff to this shock right here. Little upper radiator hood action. So close, boys and girls, so close. Cannot wait for this Mustang move under its own power once again. The engine is 3/8 of an inch further back than it was. I can tell on this radiator hose. Do not have a lot to spare. So much room, so much easier. The last time that I did a firing order, small block Ford, I forgot the distributor goes counterclockwise. That was fun. My back loves when I work on cars. It is so happy with me. Yep. It says, you know, bending over an engine all day. Yes, please. You don't need that Allen wrench. Just perfect. This car's probably the origin of the coronavirus. Started working on it. Then it started spreading. Coincidence? I don't know. Get on there. Get your home. Oh, you want to go here, home? Come on. Come on. You don't want to stay here all day. I took my gloves off for you, you jerk. Go. "25-minute video installing a couple hoses." Well, this thing is almost together. I got to do that wiring mess there. I gotta hook up a couple hoses in there, and then maybe we could fire it with some open headers and end off this video. All right, let's see if this thing starts. That's the oil temp light at the bottom. I gotta fish it down when the car's in the air. All right, just put oil in it, tire steering fluid. No water yet. This is just a test to see if the Mustang lives again. That's probably a good idea. Ed's grabbing a fire extinguisher. Okay. Here goes nothing. That's a good sign. Ha! Whew. Can you operate the throttle? The Mustang lives. I think that concludes this video. Next time, it hopefully runs and drives. I didn't see any fluid spilling out on the ground, so there's definitely some stuff to figure out. But yeah, I'm stoked. This thing is much closer to living again. That's a wrap.